So as a lot of you know, gosh, what is it now? 2 months ago or so, I performed at Radio City Music Hall with the absolutely spectacular, amazing person who is Josh Groban. So there's a cool story behind it, which is that he commutes a lot through the subway stations, and he heard me, just like you guys, he heard me performing out in the subways, and he heard me 3 or so times, and he thought, wow, I just really need to get this guy in my show. So next thing you know, his manager actually called me up, his old team called me up on the phone, and they invited me to perform with him at Radio City Music Hall for a sold-out show with Josh Groban. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. At first, when I got this phone call, it was really spotty reception, right? So I couldn't really hear what they were saying. I made out, you're gonna perform, it's a really big concert with a big guy. I'm like, who's this person? And I heard, I swear this is true, I heard Seth Rogen. That's what I heard. You're gonna perform a big show with Seth Rogen at Radio City. I'm like, I love Seth Rogen. Who doesn't love Seth Rogen? He's a funny guy, right? And they're like, in case you don't know him, he's really funny. I'm like, that checks out, yeah. He has an amazing, opera, pop voice. I'm like, wow, I didn't know Seth Rogen can sing too. And they're like, yeah, and he's performed with like Andrea Bocelli and all these really, Celine Dion, all these talented, amazing vocalists. And I'm like, wow, I really didn't know Seth Rogen is that talented. And they're like, he's been on Broadway, he's been in all these shows. And I'm like, doesn't make sense. I didn't know Seth Rogen is this talented. And then I heard about, minutes into the call later, they said the name again, Josh Groban, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm actually stupid. Everything makes so much more sense. So for a hot minute, instead of Josh, now I'm mixing up their names, instead of Josh Groban, I thought I was going to perform with Seth Rogen. So Seth Rogen, if you are watching, I'm still down to perform with you too, but I did in fact perform with Josh Groban instead at Radio City. So this next song I'm going to play was the first song that I performed at his show. This is sold out, 6,000 people, packed, and everybody had an absolutely wonderful time. This was the first song I performed there. I see a few of you guys are requesting it. So here it is. This is a mashup of Someone You Loved. Someone You Loved Anymore. This is Apologize.